Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, let's talk about Lucy today. Because here's the thing, I've watched Lucy for a little bit throughout General Hospital, Port Charles, and everything. And granted, I haven't watched, the character of Lucy as long as other people, right? And I've seen her in different ranges of emotions happy, sad, angry. This was a new one, though, right? Because, I get that she is angry about the blackmailing. She doesn't like Tracy. They have a history. I get that. And I understand that she is very passionate about the company that she started and how she feels cheated and angry that it's being taken away from her, in a sense. I mean, she's still working. She does actually have a paycheck, but move past that. Lucy could be a lot of things. That sort of side of her that was out of pocket, at least for me, when she talked about Luke, because it was one of those things where it's like they can go back and forth with each other, right? And I've been mad at people, and we've argued and things of that nature, but there's lines that I just wouldn't cross, no matter how angry I am. So when Lucy was going to talking about Luke and how, she doesn't have anything to live for, it was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, talk about low blows. And she just continued with that. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm surprised. Here's the thing. If this was the early 90s, she wouldn't have got past that sentence. She wouldn't have got past that sentence because Tracy would have literally smacked the living piss out of her. This is one of those things. This is where you can tell that we live in a different era as far as these soaps and stuff like that. It's like, remember Carly and Nina when Nina found out that Carly been lying to her about Willow? The 90s would have been a hard smack. It got changed from that to a low tone yelling. Completely disappointing. And that's, if we were in the 90s, it wouldn't have went past there. Lucy would have probably tried to finish whatever she was saying, and it wouldn't even gotten that far. But she just keeps on going. In all reality, I'm surprised that Maxie didn't sit there and be like, "Boy, you out of pocket. Like you need to stop right there. You already did too much. You need to stop right there." But Maxie just kind of just stood there like, let's just try to say something. I mean, she tried to mediate in the beginning, and then she just stopped. I don't even understand why. I mean, I know that we had a different actress playing her, but I couldn't give her any more lines. Was y'all afraid that she couldn't remember them? Anyway, she goes in. She just keeps going in. Brooklyn comes in, and she is livid. So she not only defends Tracy, but she goes in on Lucy. And every single thing that Brooklyn said, Lucy deserved. She deserved it. And it got so bad that when she brought out Lucy's own dirt, that Lucy was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go now. Yeah, y'all can finish up this meeting by yourself. I was like, good. You should just say that, stop talking, and exit the room because um sometimes you always sit there and wonder, how do you say something like, how do you just sit there and say something like the worst things possible? And then towards the end of the night, you're washing your face and you gotta look yourself in the mirror. Like, how does that work? Um, of course, Lucy um tries to devise a plan with Scotty as far as marrying Tracy and taking her for our money. Now that is classic soap opera drama, and I'm here for that. The other stuff, oh damn. Now Scotty's in Kelly's eating his feelings, mad about Lisa, which I'm just like, bro, that was, in reality, that was kind of a bullet that you just dodged, so you should actually be happy about that. I still think how Lisa was handling it was out of pocket. But you dodged the bullet. Be great if you dodged the bullet. Lucy may look good, but I don't know. When people can sit there and say something that dark, it's like you might want to sit there and have fun with them, but actually sit there and like be with them. I don't know. You all have dark thoughts, but still. Now Felicia is talking to Robert, trying to get his help on, finding out if Cody is, Maxwell's son. And, Robert just at this point is like, is it even worth it? I mean, Cody is a drifter. He's bad news. He talked about the whole parachute thing where I was just like, bro, you can just move past that. I don't even understand why he brought that up because that was such a weak example of him being a bad character. Everything else that he's done when he got in town has been very piss poor. So he should have probably stuck on that. I don't even understand why he even harped on that. I guess they need to sit there and catch up the viewers. Awesome. But yeah, she wants his help. You don't get to the bottom of it. And Felicia did talk to Scotty about Cody not filing the lawsuit, him losing out on a big payday, and now she's more determined than ever to find out what's going on. I don't understand how this whole thing is going to really pan out in the long run because I don't remember the actor's name, but he's going through treatment and he's been out for a while. So I don't know what's going to wind up happening with this whole storyline. How they're going to sit there and handle it. The fact that he stopped the whole lawsuit thing was still kind of perplexing to me. But Cody does sit there and tell Sasha that with everything that's going on, not only is it not a good idea for him to tell the truth, because, he's the self-loathing thing is just annoying at this point. Oh, I'm such a bad person. I don't deserve a father like Mac. I'm like, bro, you've been saying that for like 2 or 3 months now, or 4. I've lost count. Like the self-loathing, the self-pity thing, it's boring and it's old and it's like every time he brings it up, it's like, oh, here we go again with the self-pity crap. But he also talks about how he can want to go to jail, perjury and everything like that. So he's screwed out of the way. Sasha's just like Felicia's gonna find out. She's gonna dig. She's gonna dig. She's gonna find out. So you talk about that. Now, Molly and Christina comes to Alexa's place, and Alexa's is like, you got a problem as far as the legal side. And she talks about, well, I can't even really get into the whole mumbo jumbo with the whole legal thing, but she's like, you can run into some issues. And she goes over them for a little bit, and I'm kind of just like, I'm pretty sure Molly would have probably saw that coming. I'm surprised she didn't. But then Christina gets kind of upset and very defensive because Alexa just keeps bringing it up, and she's like, "Oh, you're assuming I'm not going to sit there and follow through," and I'm like, that's not what she said. I don't know where you got that from. Like that being that self-defensive just kind of seemed like it came out of left field. But Alexa just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and finally Christina's like, "You're not the lawyer anymore." She is. We're gonna figure this out. So I guess towards the end, it gets into this full health moment about how Christina and Molly are in agreement, they're in sync, and they're defending each other. And I guess it was just sort of valuable lesson that I just completely skipped off my head. I don't know how bad this law is going to really affect them if there is some sort of stuff that's not in place. But I'm pretty sure Molly will figure it out. So I don't really understand what was the extra harping for. Especially if you want to sit there and say that you support them, but then you're harping on how bad it is, like you're trying to stop them from doing it. Brooklyn tells Chase that they got to move up the timeline because of Gregory and his health issues, and meanwhile Gregory's in the hospital because of something called hot yoga, um, which does not sound fun at all. He's in the hospital, Finn's there, and they pretty much tell him that he has to sit there and be admitted even longer because find out the reason why he collapsed. He didn't even tell Finn that he collapsed. The yoga instructor wound up seeing Finn outside and was like, "Yeah, wanted to make sure he was okay because he collapsed." And at some point, Chase gets there. Chase gets kind of defensive with Finn since they're talking about state of mind and he's doing better. I think he just wants to be as positive as he can in a situation like this. I get where he's coming from. And just to kind of lift Gregory's spirits, he tells them, that he's going to get married a lot sooner. So, anyway, I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't really think of anything else that wound up happening, but as I always sit there and say, if I forget anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless, anything I missed throughout all those shows. You can sit there and talk about that as well. And if you're not a member, make sure you become a member. I do exclusive videos for members only, live streams for members only, first takes that I put out for members, and then maybe a day or two I'll put it out for everyone else. Member shout outs. And, that video never gets old. That is we'll say, spilling the tea section, which you are interested about GH and some tea being spilled. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I still watch that video to this day, and let's just put it this way, I'm in tears. Laughing, of course. I am in tears laughing. Actually, now I think about it, I'm probably gonna watch it again tonight because it was just really that good. So when I sit there and say it's a good video, it's a good video. And being a member, you'll find out. With that being said, I'm gonna go. I'll see you in the next video.